What advice would I give to someone regarding their house council? I think the most important thing would be to, at like the very beginning, saying, listen, you cannot miss a house meeting, even if you don't have any announcements. With the exception of like a sport, homework is not an excuse to miss a house meeting. Your girlfriend is not an excuse to miss a house meeting. You need to go to all of your HoCo meetings, and creating a way to hold them accountable.
My house council personally has been great this year. I haven't had any problems with them ever. At the very beginning of the year, we set out a set of guidelines, what our expectations for each other and the house council as a unit were. And I think that was really good because it was very black and white. This is what we expect, what's going to happen if you don't meet expectations.
Definitely find a way to break the ice with them and get them to talk. I struggled with that a lot in the beginning. It was just hard to get them to try and come up with suggestions. I felt like I was talking the entire 30 minutes we would meet.
I think it's really important to build those community relationships with your HoCo members, and creating that bond. And so like if they were to miss something, you can be like, you know what, that really let me down, you let the house down. And
okay, what are my suggestions for house council? Some of the issues that I've seen within my own house council and others has been the transition from me to we. Sometimes it's easy for house council to take their own personal wishes into account when really it's about the house. And just encouraging them to think, okay, why are we doing this function? Who is this for? What works best for the house? And not being afraid to just ask them those hard questions and encourage them to think of why are we in the position of house council.
One of the things that I think I've done very well this year is delegate to my house council and getting them to feel like they take ownership in what's happening in the house.
I actually learned this year watching Jay work with his house council, is to trust them more with their ideas and with function ideas, because it'll relieve stress off of you, and they are biting at the bit, wanting to get their ideas and have them become reality. So
don't be afraid to use your house council to their full potential. Don't be afraid to delegate. Really, delegation is about empowering house council to become leaders in the future. And if you take on all of their responsibilities and they aren't getting that experience to learn and grow and accomplish tasks.
My house council wouldn't always put forth the effort that I thought and expected that they should do.
You would ask people to do things, and then they'd like drag their feet until like an hour before, which I mean, I've done that before too when I was a house council member, but I feel like because I feel so obligated to like be so involved, I guess because I'm house president, I expect everyone else to have that same like feeling, and they don't. And so that's kind of disappointing sometimes.
So if you have a house council member who's not totally doing what you've asked for them to do or what they've signed up for, you just have that conversation with them, see if there's something that you're doing that they don't like or that you could do differently to maybe have them become more involved.
Working with your house council, trying to build the best house council you can is important, and also trying to build them, because maybe one of your house council members will be house president, so kind of getting them ready for the future is important, because not only are you growing, they're also growing.